Somebody said, you trying to do that for free? Sir, yes. I'm trying to do this for free. I have a whole thing that I'm about to read to you and explain to you today for free. For free. What do you mean? You talk about you doing that for free? Yeah. I already know if I continue to give out value, I'm going to make more money regardless. Maybe you're going to end up wanting to talk to me on the phone, or maybe you're going to feel like I want to support her just because I'm giving you all of this for free. I know how energy works. In order to receive, you got to be able to give. And a lot of people don't want to, a lot of these people don't want to give because they think that it gets in the way of their receiving. And in reality, that's the only way you're ever going to receive. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get into it. All right. The first thing that I want y'all to understand is that this book, Think and Grow Rich, if you say that you want to make your first six figures, or you want to start getting some more money in your life, the first thing that you need to do is you need to get this book, Think and Grow Rich. You need to get this book, Think and Grow Rich. And I'm going to tell you why. I started reading this book at like eighth, ninth grade. And I would read it on the way to school, and I didn't understand nothing about it. And it's so crazy because it's like I'm the epitome. I am the epitome of a success story of someone who read that book. I've been reading that book for years and years and years. And let me tell you something. I'll be very honest with you and very real with you. There have been moments where I fell off. There have been moments where I wasn't making as much money as I was used to. There were moments where things were tight for me. Things were hard for me. Things are not always easy for me. But let me tell you why things were hard for me. Things were hard for me, and I forgot who I was, and I stopped manifesting as much because I stopped manifesting as much. I stopped doing the things that got me here. You get me? And it took some time to get my feet back. It took some time for me to keep asking myself, what happened? What happened? I had got into a car accident. People started stealing my stuff from me. A lot of negative things started happening. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. And I started to question myself. Like, they stole my Rolex. They stole iPads. They stole a lot of things from me. But I had to take a step back because the material is nothing. You can always buy that back. You could always buy that back, right? But what I recognized was that somewhere down the line, I had started letting lack in my mind. Somewhere down the line, I had started letting lack in my mind. And because I started letting lack in my mind, somebody said, let's see there. I'm taking it out. Because I started letting lack in my mind, unfortunate events started to happen. I started thinking certain ways. And I want to let you know that it's so easy. It is so easy to lose yourself. It is so easy to stop doing what works. It's so easy for you to think that you've done enough. It's so easy for you to get comfortable and think that the little weighted push-ups that got you your big arms, you thinking you need to stop because your arms are big now. No, you have to always do the things that got you there. You have to always do the things that got you there. Okay? Now, let's get into it. Let's start the class. Are y'all ready for class to start? Are y'all ready for class to start? I need everybody to put some fire emojis in the chat or some money emojis, something. I need everybody to show me that they are ready for class to start today. Let me go ahead and post that we on live. Are y'all ready for class to start? All right, I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure. Hold on. Let's take a picture. Let's take a picture for live. Take a picture for live. Hold on. You gotta see my face. All right, let's go. Oh, my phone died. That's crazy. My phone died while taking the picture for live. I hope y'all ready. Look, I really recommend that y'all get y'all notebooks out because this is gonna be a very educated live. All right, so I want to make sure that y'all get y'all notebooks out. All right, here we go. All right, I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready. Today's live is gonna be a good one. We are talking about money. Let me tell you something. Who in here want to make some more money? Who in here is trying to level up their income? Who in here is trying to see their bank account grow? That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, all right. We almost there. Give me 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. You posting the link? Live now. All right. Okay. It's time. Are you going to add to your money course? Yes, I am actually. Thank you. I was actually thinking about that. My hand itching. So let's get into it. Are y'all ready? Oh, I was supposed to pull up TikTok so I can see y'all comments. Cause TikTok, I'm not gonna be able to see y'all comments unless okay, hold on. I'm excited for this one. This one is gonna be so good. I can feel it. I set so many intentions before I started this live. Like, y'all have no clue. All right, here we go. Now I'm ready. All right, you got your notebook ready? You're itching because the money coming. That's what I'm saying. All right, y'all got your notebook ready? All right. So let me make sure this works. Okay, yep, perfectly. It works. Okay, so let's start off with, I got to zoom in or something. Okay. All right, let's start. Okay, this is not really, you can't really see it. So I'm just going to have to show myself. All right. So let's get into it. Think and Grow Rich. The blueprint for wealthy thinking, okay? So that's what I want y'all to name this at the top of your notebook. This is the blueprint for getting rich, the blueprint for wealthy thinking, okay? So, first of all, like I told you, let me get real close. First of all, like I told you, if you have not ordered the book Think and Grow Rich yet, you need to order the book Think and Grow Rich. I also have a book about manifestation, but we're going to talk about that later. All right. So first things first, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Are y'all hearing me? Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. It can achieve. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because I need you to understand the foundation of you ever making more money is to first have the thought process that you can make more money. Life has found ways to get you to accept limiting beliefs or limiting thoughts because it doesn't want you to expand. All right. But you have to be a person that is always trying to think outside the box. That is something. Let me not make this boring. Let me keep you intrigued. Let me use my magnetism to keep you intrigued. Okay. For all my people that's in my magnetism class, I want you to watch how I teach this. Okay. You ready? I'm about to teach something that most people would probably fall asleep on, and I'm about to keep it interesting. Okay. Hold on. Let's get to it. Okay. Hold on. Let's get to it. Get your minds ready! Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Y'all must have forgot I'm a character. Y'all must have forgot I'm a character. Y'all must have forgot I'm a character. I'm sounding like Dr. Umar right now. Y'all must have forgot I was a character. Y'all must have forgot I was a character. Let me sip my tea. All right, let's get into it for real now. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This is a law. This is a law. This is a law. Don't. What? I don't know. This is a law. Okay? Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. I'm sorry, I had to get myself back in the flow. She came in. So I'm gonna start over from the beginning because that just kind of threw me off a little bit. I think y'all saw it on my face. Y'all saw it on my face. It threw me off. Gotta get back in the flow. All right. I don't want to waste no more of your time. Let's get into the game. Okay? Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Okay? Napoleon, here, let me switch. Let me switch this. Cuz I want to look at you still. All right. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is so much more than just a book about accumulating material wealth. It is a timeless philosophy on mastering the mind, creating intentional success, and developing the mental discipline required to attract wealth. Now, this book was published in 1937, but it took over 25 years of research to get this information. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because this book is about to be a whole, century, right? It's about to be a whole century soon in 2037. And it's still a book that is respected to this day. So that should tell you something, right? So his goal was to distill the principles that separate those who merely desire wealth from those who achieve it. Now, a lot of y'all look at some people and you're like, why are they successful? Why did they get what they wanted? Why do some people work so hard but don't get it? Why does this person don't work as hard and they get what they want? It's because it's all right here. It's not about this. This helps, but this is not the key ingredient. It's this. And this is actually a law, a hermetic law, the law of mentalism. It's your mind. But a lot of people aren't aware of the fact that you have been fighting with your mind every day. Okay? So let's talk about the power of thought. Wealth begins in the mind. All right? So Napoleon Hill's central premise in Think and Grow Rich is that wealth begins with a thought. Write that down. I need everybody to comment that down below. Wealth begins with a thought. Wealth begins with a thought. And the moment that you can understand that, the moment you will stop thinking that it's impossible to think and grow rich. Okay? See, the problem is that you've been taught that the only way that you get rich is through working very hard, and that right there is a psyop. That's a psyop. The hardest working people in the world are not wealthy. You know that, right? You know the hardest working people in the world are not wealthy. The people that build our buildings, that's hard work. They are labor in the sun. They do not make the most amount of money. Okay? So, truly thoughts are things, and powerful things at that. When they are mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches. Let me say that one more time. Truly thoughts are things, and powerful things at that, when they are mixed with definite of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches. What this means is that a lot of y'all, let's talk about this real quick because I'm about to eat you up. A lot of y'all are living a life that you don't want because you have yet to describe in perfect detail the life that you do want. Come on. Come on. Come on. The reason why you are living a life that you don't want is because you have yet to tell me in grave detail and in so much detail the life that you do want. I know what car I'm getting next. I don't even want to tell y'all because I'm still in the works of getting it. But when y'all see it, it's a sports car. It's a sports car, damn near 6 figures, right? But you can't tell me what you want, the car that you want. You don't know what color. You don't know what dealership you're going to go to. I went to go see the car the other day too. Like, you haven't test drove it. You don't, what apartment you don't like where you live at, but what apartment do you want to live at? What does it look like? What are the colors of the wall? Is it 2 bedroom? Is it 1 bedroom? Like, do you even know? Do you even window shop? Do you have pictures of the things that you want? What is your wallpaper? Is the wallpaper anything remotely close to the things that you're manifesting? You have nothing to remind you every day of the life that you want to live, but you want to get mad at the world for the circumstances that you inevitably put yourself in. The first thing that you need to understand is that you can no longer blame anybody for the life that you're living, because regardless of not, you thought those thoughts that created the essence of the life that you're living now. You told yourself, if it ain't one thing, it's another. So you created a situation where after one problem happens, you got another. You've made yourself believe that you can't buy yourself nice things. So you know what happens? Your money goes elsewhere. Your money goes on negative things that you don't want to spend money on, all because of the things that you speak. The way that you view yourself. You view yourself as if the work that you do has to be hard. Who told you that life had to be hard? Who told you that making money had to be hard? Who told you all of these things? You've allowed life to completely change the way that you think, but it's okay. It's okay. Somebody said, how can we fix it? By constantly seeking out education about the mind, which is what you're doing right now. You're going to fix it right now. You're going to fix it right now. Okay? So, and I want to let you know this. I am opening a mentorship. I don't give a fuck what no one thinks. I talked to myself today and I was like, you know what? I have a lot of value to give to people. And my mentorship is going to be teaching people how to make their first 6 figures. I know for a fact, and I'm looking you dead in the eyes, I know for a fact, if you do everything I say, you will make your first 6 figures. I did it in a year and a half of doing these practices. Let's move. So, the concept here is that success does not start with the external conditions, but with the internal beliefs and attitudes. I hope you guys are taking notes. Take notes. Take notes. Take notes. Success does not start with external conditions, but with internal beliefs and attitudes. Let me put that in the chat. Go ahead. Okay? So what that means is that it doesn't matter how hard you work. All of that hard work means nothing. It's like driving a car fast, nowhere. Driving nowhere fast. That's what it's like. It's like, yeah, you have the physical capability, but you don't have the direction. You don't have the capacity, the way to think. You don't have the leadership ability. You don't know how to control the steering wheel. So really, you're going nowhere fast. Wealthy individuals think differently. They direct their thoughts towards success, abundance, and solutions rather than limitation and fear. Napoleon Hill emphasizes that thoughts are not passive. They must be accompanied by emotion, belief, and persistent effort to become a reality. Okay? So, this idea builds the foundation of wealthy thinking. Success is first conceived mentally before it manifests physically. And I want to bring you to a page in the book of Think and Grow Rich that talks about this guy who wanted to work with Thomas Edison, right? Let me tell you something. This guy wanted to work with Thomas Edison so bad. We're going to read this. Y'all. And I want y'all to pay attention, all right? Pay attention. We're going to read this book, all right? I know this looks crazy. All right. All right. So look. So this guy right here, Edwin C. Barnes wanted to work with Thomas Edison so bad that he was willing to do whatever it took, right? And this is what I want y'all to understand about burning desire, okay? When you have a burning desire, there's no such thing as no. There's no such thing as it's not going to happen. You don't even take no for an answer. You don't even entertain the idea that it may not work. It may not happen. I need a plan B. When you have a burning desire, this means that I will do whatever it takes to make it happen. That's the hard work. The hard work is being able to accept rejection. The hard work is being able to maneuver your mind when negativity comes in. Y'all run up the likes on this live. The hard work is being able to keep going when everything around you looks like it isn't working. Let me say that one more time. The hard work is believing in something even when it looks like it's not working, bro. That's the difference between the people who are successful and the people who are not successful. The people who are successful were okay with looking crazy for a couple of years until what they knew to be right would happen. Period. All right? So, when Edwin C. Barnes climbed down from that freight train in Orange, New Jersey, he may have resembled a tramp, meaning that he looked crazy, meaning that he was wearing fucking rags, motherfucker. He ain't have shit on. Boy, this man probably had holes in his shirt. Like, this is what this is trying to say. This man looked like shit, but his thoughts were those of a king. All right? As he made his way from the railroad tracks to Thomas Edison's office, his mind was at work. He saw himself standing in Edison's presence. You have to visualize yourself already there. You have to see it in your mind, because in order for you to achieve it, you have to first be able to believe it, and your mind has to first be able to conceive it. All right? So he heard himself asking Mr. Edison for an opportunity to carry out one consuming obsession of his life, a burning desire to become the business associate of the great inventor. Barnes' desire was not a hope. It was not a wish. It was a keen, pulsating desire that transcended everything else. It was definite. A lot of y'all aren't definite about what you want. You just kind of want it. A lot of y'all are not definite about what you want. You just kind of want it. And that's the problem. You're not going to have anything in your life if you just kind of want it. You have to want it with every aching bone in your body. Period. All right? So let's keep going. The desire was not new when he approached Edison. It had been Barnes' dominating desire for a long time. In the beginning, when the desire first appeared in his mind, it may have been, probably was, only a wish. But it was no, hold on. But it was no mere wish when he appeared before Edison with it. A few years later, Edwin C. Barnes again stood before Edison in the same office when he first met the inventor. This time, his desire had been translated into reality. He was in business. The dominating dreams of his life had become a reality. So look, you know what? I got to go back a little bit. I gotta go back a little bit. Hold on. Because some of y'all are probably like, where did he even get to this point where he even did that, right? I'm about to show you. Okay, let's go. So now y'all see he made it happen, but let's get into the reason of how he made it happen, all right? Success comes to those who are success conscious. Success comes to those who are success conscious. All right, let's get into it. Truly, thoughts are things. The man who thought his way. Truly, thoughts are things, and powerful things at that, mixed with definite of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire. Edwin C. Barnes discovered how true it is that individuals really think and grow rich. Right? Hold on, because I gotta move this a little bit. Because I want y'all to really see this. Stay with me now. We there. All right. One of the chief characteristics of Barnes' desire was that it was definite. He wanted to work with Edison, not for him. Observe carefully the description of how he went about translating, all right? So I'm going to break it down to you real quick. Let me break it down to you real quick because I don't want to sit here reading from this page the whole time, right? So basically what happened was Edwin said, I want to work for Thomas Edison. That's what I want to do. I mean, I want to work with Thomas Edison. I don't want to work for him. I want to work with him, right? So he got on the train, right? Honestly, he didn't even have enough money for the train. So he sold his shit, got enough money for the train. Literally, this was all he had. He was dressed up in terrible ass shit, right? Literally dressed up like, right? Like looking like crazy. And he was like, I am going to work for you. I am going to work for you. And Thomas Edison looked at him. And the thing about it is he didn't look like the person who would have that job. But the way he stood there, his energy, it had a level of conviction of this is what's going to happen, to the point where he was like, I'll give you a job. You can't work with me yet, but I'll give you a job, right? Now, everybody else would be like, what? Like, I don't want a job. I don't want to work for him. I want to work with him. And they may feel like, damn, bro, this is not what I want. And they might give up. No. So let's get back into the book. Fuck it. We just gonna have to read it. All right. So when this desire and impulse of thought first flashed into Barnes' mind, he was in no position to act upon it. Two difficulties stood in his way. He did not know Mr. Edison, and he did not have money to pay his railroad fare to Orange, New Jersey, where Mr. Edison laboratories were located. All right. So he had difficulties just like you in your life. You got shit going on in your life where you like, man, I don't have enough, or I don't have this, I don't have that. It's not an excuse. All right. So the difficulties were sufficient to have discouraged the majority of people from making any attempt to achieve this desire, but his was no ordinary desire. He was so determined to find a way to carry out his dreams, he finally decided to travel by blind baggage rather than be defeated. How many of y'all are willing to put yourself in a position like that to make that shit happen? You're not, because you're scared. You allow fear to take over. You would rather ask yourself, I wonder what if, instead of being like, at least I tried. At least I made it happen. Okay? He presented himself at Mr. Edison's laboratory and announced that he had come to go into business with the inventor. Years later, in speaking of the first meeting between Barnes and Edison, Mr. Edison stood there before me looking like an ordinary tramp. But there was something in the expression of his that conveyed the impression that he was determined to get what he came after. Like, I need y'all to feel the aggression in this. Like, are you really after what you came for? Are you really hungry about what you want? Because truth be told, I be feeling like y'all be thinking that y'all hungry, but you're really not. You're not willing to give everything. You have no clue how many times that I have cleared out my bank account just to prove to myself that I am going to make it happen. Have you put yourself in a predicament before to say, you know what, this is a scary predicament, but I have no choice? You haven't. You didn't burn the boats behind you. You didn't burn everything behind you. You didn't give yourself no option. Until you put your back against the wall, you're always going to be in fear. You're always going to be a prisoner to your wants and your desires. I make life bend to me because I tell life, you have no choice. I decree success and wealth in my life. I order success and wealth to come into my life. And I'm speaking with this level of conviction and energy because I understood what it took for me to get here right now. All right. So let's keep going. All right. I had learned from experience with men that when a man really desires a thing so deeply, he is willing to stake every future on a single, he is just willing to stake his future on a single turn of the wheel in order to get it. He is sure to win. Let me copy that. Let me copy that. And let me send that into the TikTok chat. Let me send that into the TikTok chat. That is type of stuff that you should be literally reading. Hold on. And writing and taking notes on, okay? I gave him the opportunity and asked for. He asked for because I saw he had made up his mind to stand by until he succeeded. Let me ask you something. Do you act that way? Like, let's really look at ourselves for real. Are you the type of person that you are going to stay there and stand there until you get your way? Are you like that? Do you stand behind the things that you want like that? You don't. So you're already missing the first step to think and grow rich. A burning desire. A burning desire. Your shit ain't burning for real. You ain't on fire about what you want for real. You don't want it that bad for real. Hello, I need some comments in the chat. Hello, are we here? Are you listening? Is this making sense? Like, hello, I'm talking to y'all. What's good? Are you hearing me? Is this making sense? Is this making sense? Thank you, Phoenix. I want to make sure that y'all hear me. I want to make sure that y'all hear. If it's glitching for y'all, come on my YouTube. The link is in my TikTok. All right? So let's continue going. Do you guys like it better when I just read off of it and I show my face, or do y'all want me to show y'all the screen? Y'all let me know what y'all like better, TikTok. Do y'all like it better when I show y'all the book, or do y'all like when I just show my face and I read it? All right. All right, we about to keep going. It said both. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So, just what young Barnes said to Mr. Edison on that occasion was far less important than what he thought. Edison himself said so. It cannot have been the young man's appearance which was basically not on his side. His appearance was not on his side. He did not look like money. He did not look like, you know what I'm saying? So, the reason why we're bringing this up was, now check this out. He eventually gave, hold on. So let me tell you what ended up happening, okay? The book club is in my mystery school. So let me tell you what eventually ended up happening, right? Mr. Barnes was working for Thomas Edison, doing little things like cleaning up, like little jobs that most people would be like, I don't want to do this. This is not what I want, right? But he didn't let that discourage him. He knew, I want to work with Barnes, and I'm here now. So clearly I'm close to it, right? Some of y'all would get close to your dreams, right? But you got to do the little minuscule work, and you'll give up because of the fact that you're not exactly where you wanted to be. But he was patient. He waited until his opportunity came, and his opportunity came a couple of years, right? So Barnes did not get his partnership on his first interview. He did get a chance to work at the offices at a very nominal wage, doing work that was unimportant to Edison, but most to Barnes because it gave him an opportunity to display his merchandise, okay? Where his attendant partner could see it, right? Hold on. Make sure people can see it on TikTok. All right? All right. Months went by. Apparently, nothing happened to bring the coveted goal which Barnes had set up in his mind as his definite major purpose. But something important was happening in Barnes' mind. He was constantly intensifying his desires to become the business associate of Edison. Psychologists have correctly suggested that when one is truly ready for a thing, it puts in its appearance. Okay. So if it's not here yet, it's because you're not ready for it. Barnes was ready for a business association with Edison. Moreover, he was determined to be ready until he got that which he was seeking. He did not say to himself, well, what's the use? I'll change my mind and try for a sales job. But he did say, I came here to go in business with Edison and I'll accomplish this end, even if it takes the remainder of his life. He meant it. He meant it. Right? Maybe young Barnes did not know it at the time, but his bulldog determination, his persistence in standing back of a single desire was destined to mow down all opposition. When the opportunity came, this is the last part that I'm going to read, and then we're going, you know what I'm saying? When the opportunity came, it appeared in a different form, in a different direction than Barnes had expected. That is one of the tricks of opportunities. It has a sly habit of slipping in the back door, and it often comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. This is why so many people fail to recognize opportunity. A lot of y'all don't recognize that if you don't have a positive mentality, when defeat comes, you're going to think that it's just the end of the world or it's just negativity. But in reality, when you have a positive mentality, you're able to see the opportunity in every defeat, because every defeat has the opportunity. All right, let's keep going. Mr. Edison had just perfected a new office device. Basically, he had just created something. Nobody wanted to sell it, right? But Barnes saw this as his opportunity. It had crawled in quietly, hidden in an odd-looking machine, which interested no one but Barnes and the inventor. Barnes knew he could sell the Edison dictating machine. He suggested this to Edison and promptly got his chance. He did sell the machine. In fact, he sold it so successfully that Edison gave him a contract to distribute it and market it all over the nation. Out of that business association grew the famous slogan, "Made by Edison, installed by Barnes." The business alliance was a great success for more than 3 decades. Out of it, Barnes made himself rich in money, but he did something greater. He proved that one can really think and grow rich. Come on. So the reason why I read you that story, and some people left because their mind couldn't stay focused enough to hear what they needed to hear. But the reason why I'm reading this aspect is because, and this is the only story part that I'm going to read, is because this is to show you that it's not about your talent. It's not about how hard you work, but it is about your mentality. This nigga thought and grew rich simply off of his mentality. He did take action. He took inspired action. Okay? Now let's go back to my report. Okay? Let's get to it. Let's get back to my little report. Okay? So, the definiteness of purpose. So, one of Napoleon Hill's most important idea, this is the most important thing you need to understand. A definiteness of purpose. Okay? That means that you have to know exactly what you want. How many of y'all don't know exactly what you want? How many of y'all do not know exactly what you want? How many of y'all do not know exactly what you want? How many of y'all know exactly what you want? Comment down below. I know what I want. I don't know what I want. I know what I want. I don't know what I want. Okay, I see a couple people. Now listen. If you don't know what you want, it is your job to figure out what you want. If you don't know what you want, it is your job to figure out what you want, because if you don't know, how are you ever going to move from the life that you're living now? How are you ever going to live and move into the life that you want if you don't even know what that looks like? You have to know what that looks like. Okay? So, one of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. Without a clear goal or mission to focus on, individuals are easily swayed by distractions and setbacks. So when you know what you want, you're more likely to stick with it because you've made a strict decision. But when you don't know what you want, you're more willing to quit. You're more willing to be like, I don't know, maybe this is not for me, because you didn't know what you were coming into. You didn't know why you was doing it. You didn't have a purpose. You didn't have an intention. So when you don't have an intention, you're more likely to go with the wind. Okay? Wealthy thinkers possess laser sharp clarity on their goals and consistently keep their vision in mind regardless of challenges. They commit to their desires with such intensity that giving up is not an option. This definiteness of purpose creates alignment between thought, action, and outcome, allowing wealth to flow naturally. So listen, man, let's just be real. Somebody said, I just need to get away from the environment. You're never going to get away from the environment unless you're able to think beyond the environment. As long as you keep thinking that your environment is the reason why you're stuck where you are, you will be stuck where you are because of your environment. But the moment that you start to train your mind to think above the environment, outside of the environment, you are able to travel away from your environment through your mind, through books, through studying. What do you think happens when people go to prison and all they have is those four walls? Where are y'all at, TikTok? TikTok, y'all not commenting? Like, what's going on? I know y'all listening, but y'all gotta comment. Y'all gotta show me that you hear. You gotta interact. This is how you get things to download within your brain. Comment down the things that you hear. Rewrite some of the things that you're hearing and comment it down below. So if I say something that resonates, comment it. I know what I want, because this is how you penetrate things in your mind. You have to continuously tell yourself, obsessively tell yourself. Like, for example, when you're manifesting something, when I wanted to drop out of college, they said TikTok is not working very well. YouTube is glitchy too. We glitching? Wow. They don't want the message to come out. But when you are trying to manifest something wholeheartedly, you have to be very obsessive about it. Like when I was dropping out of college, when I was like, I don't want to be here in college, I used to be at practice like, I'm going home. Like, I'm dropping out. I'm going home. Like very, 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 like, I'm dropping out. I'm going home. I'm not doing this. Like, I don't care. Like I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I would tell myself that every day. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. And within 3 months of being there, I went home. After 3 months of being there, I went home, bro. Because I told myself I refuse to stay here. I'm not staying here. You got me fucked up. I'm not staying here. Okay? So now let's get into it, right? Riches do not respond to wishes. They respond only to definite plans backed by definite desires through constant persistence. How many of y'all tell yourself, I got a goal, I'm working on it, but then you fall off for a little bit and then you come back? That's not going to work here. You can't, when you want something so bad, there's no such thing as falling off from it. You say you want something, but you fall off from it. How does that work? How does that happen? You want something, but you're falling off. How? I thought this was the only thing you could think about. How the fuck are you falling off? Let me say it one more time. Riches do not respond to wishes. They respond only to definite plans backed by definite desire through constant persistence. Listen, y'all. I am opening a mentorship group. Okay? I am opening a mentorship group. All right? And this mentorship group will simply be about making your first 6 figures. And I'm coming to you with, like, this is your choice. This is your option if this is what you want to do. For the people that feel like, you know what, this is really what I want to do. I want to change myself. I want to finally invest in myself. My group mentorship, I'm going to allow, let's see. How many people am I going to allow in? I'm going to allow 30 people in, okay? I'm going to allow 30 people in, all right? And basically, we are going to talk once or twice a week. Listen, let me know if you're interested in this, okay? Because this is something that I've really been wanting to do. We're going to talk once or twice a week, and I'm going to give you a daily practice. If you do the daily practice, you will see a change in your life. I guarantee it. If you do everything I say and it doesn't work for you, you get your money back. I'm going to allow 30 people in. And I'm going to tell you my price right up front. My price is $280. Okay? Now, this is going to last for 3 months. This is going to last for 3 months. Okay? So basically until the beginning of 2025, October, November, December, and then we'll go into January, right? $280. And what I'm going to do is I am going to teach you everything you need to know to make your first 6 figures. Now, you may say, why the fuck should I listen to you? Because I did it at 21 years old. I barely knew how to take care of a home, but I made 6 figures. I had bought a new car by myself a couple months later, moved into luxury apartment. I haven't worked a job in a decade. Okay? So if you are interested in joining this mentorship group, all you need to do is DM me on Instagram or TikTok. Do not DM me if you are not ready. If you do not have the money, do not DM me. But based off of everything that we read, right? If you're serious and you're like, I need a change in my life, absolutely, Ori. You would be willing to do whatever it takes to get it. So let's finish. Because whoever will need it, whoever will attract to me is who will get the most out of it. That's it. So it's not simply enough to hope for wealth. One must have an unwavering aim and put in the necessary effort to achieve it. Some of y'all may ask me, what have I? Listen, y'all, I literally went to sleep at 3 a.m. reading. Woke up at 9 a.m. listening to an audio by Earl Nightingale. I eat, sleep, live this shit now. Eat, sleep, live this shit. You said pin it? Fuck. I don't know how to pin it. All right, so let's finish, okay? So, faith, the invisible force behind success. Faith, faith, faith. Faith, faith, faith. Let me say that one more time. Faith is the first key to riches. Write that down. And I need everybody to comment in the chat the word faith. I need everybody in the chat right now to comment the word faith. I'm going to text it in the chat myself. Faith, because you know why I'm going to participate in this practice myself, because guess what? I'm still a student. Faith, 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 faith. Faith is another core principle that identifies as essential for success. Yes, I meditate. Faith is the head chemist of the mind. When faith is blended with thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translate it into its spiritual equivalent, and transmit it to infinite intelligence, as in the case of prayer. Faith, according to Hill, is the antidote to fear. If you are fearful, the only thing that will help you get over this fear is faith. That's the only thing that will help you get over this fear. It's faith. And you know what's crazy? Faith and fear both require you to believe in something that you can't see. Faith and fear both require you to believe in something that you can't see. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So the greatest obstacle to success. Hold on. I think tweaking. Why is my live tweaking? Wow, is my TikTok live? Wow, bro. All right, we back. Are we back? All right, look, she's good. It sounds like we're back. We back? Okay, great. Faith is another core principle identified as an essential for success. He states faith is the head chemist of the mind. When faith is blended with thought, the subconscious mind instantly pick up the vibration, translate it into spiritual equivalent, and transmit into infinite intelligence, as in the case of a prayer. Let me read that one more time. When faith is blended with thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translate it into its spiritual equivalent, and transmit it to infinite intelligence, as in the case of prayer. Faith, according to Hill, is the antidote for fear, the greatest obstacle to success. Fear is the greatest obstacle to success. Wealthy individuals cultivate an unshakable belief into their ability to achieve their goals, even when there is no visible evidence of success. Wealthy individuals cultivate an unshakable belief in their ability to achieve their goals, even when there is no visible evidence of success. Are you able to believe in your success even if there's no visible evidence? Let me ask you that. Are you able to believe in success even when there is no visible evidence? Okay? So, I'm trying to find where I'm at. This deep belief influences their subconscious mind, aligning them with the opportunities and ideas that propel them towards their desired outcomes. This principle underscores the importance of reprogramming limiting belief. Hill explains that poverty is often a result of fear-based thinking. I know I make money. I know that my life, I was never meant to be in lack. And another thing I want to make you aware of is that no matter what society may want to tell you, there is more than enough for everyone. No matter what society wants to tell you, there is more than enough for everyone. Everybody, I need y'all right now. Let me see if I can show y'all proof. Real quick. Let me see if I can show y'all some proof real quick. I need everybody right now. If you are serious about changing your life and changing your circumstance, I am giving you the deal of an offer, a group mentorship. A group mentorship. All you have to do is pay $280 in. It's going to completely change your life. You will leave a different person. If these little free lives are doing something for you, imagine when you actually invest in yourself. Because any seed that you plant in yourself is naturally going to come back as a fruit. So what seeds have you, when's the last time you invested in yourself? When's the last time you paid for something simply just for your own growth? You can't even tell me. Look, shit tweaking, bro. This shit tweaking, bro. Lagging. They don't want me to win. This is how I know this is a sign. The fact that it's glitching the way that it's glitching lets me know that I'm really talking about some shit that they don't want people to know. This is how I know I'm really talking about some shit that they don't want people to know. Because every time I start to tell people about what I'm offering, it starts to glitch. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to show y'all something. I'm about to show y'all proof. This is, hold on. I want to show y'all proof. Just so y'all know, I would never try to teach you some shit that I ain't never did. This is only one of my businesses. This is only one of my businesses, y'all. One of my businesses. Only one. And I made this one, last year? I made this last year. Like last year, maybe a year and a couple months. So I did it twice. I did it twice. And the reason why I'm showing y'all proof is because I just want you to know that you can trust me as a teacher. It's not a screenshot. It's not a screenshot. It's not a screenshot. It can move. It's not a screenshot. It's a website. And I'm telling you. So let's continue going. Let's continue going. Okay? So you have to reprogram. Somebody said, what is it that you're offering? I'm offering a group mentorship where I'm going to work with about 20 to 30 people in close range. We're going to talk to each other once or twice a week. And I'm going to give you everything that you need to know to change your mind to be able to attract money. Because the truth is that the reason why you're not making money is not because your talent, not because your business, not because you can't do it. It's simply because of the way that you think. You don't think it's possible for real. You don't think it's possible for real, bro. So, first thing you got to understand is that your limiting beliefs, you see, a lot of y'all don't even think that your yearly income can become your monthly income. When I tell you that, you go, oh, like, it's not that what do you make? $80,000? $80,000 a month is not like, oh my God. But because you've given it so much importance, because you've made an extra $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, you've given it so much importance. It's always going to be above you. Everything is about your perspective, because this reality is made up of how you think, how you see things. So if you see money as something that is hard to reach, that means that in your reality, you don't have much of it. But if you, in your mind, you think as money as something easy to get, that it's not something that you have to slave over, right? Because the first thing that you have to do is you have to rewire your whole mind all over again. You have to change the way you think about work. You have to change the way you think about spending money. You have to change the way that you think about time. You have to change all these different things. Making your first 6 figures is not about anything but changing who you are. And then making your first 7 figures is about paying people and freeing up your time so you can invest your time into other things. So let's get into it. Poverty is often a result of fear-based thinking. If you are fearful of spending $280 on some information that's supposed to help you, you will never be a millionaire who's willing to invest $3 million into something. If you are afraid to lose money, if you are afraid to spend money, you're already signifying that you're not a multimillionaire, because multimillionaires lose more money than anybody else. But that's why they gain more than anybody else. So if you're already afraid of losing money, you've already put yourself as a poverty person because you're back into fear. So here we go. So those who believe they will fail will create failure. On the other hand, faith in one's ability to succeed attracts circumstances that mirror that belief. Through autosuggestion, which is shifting the way that your brain thinks, your brain will start to, like, you know how your algorithm starts to suggest you certain things after showing it what you like? Basically, the algorithm of your brain is fucked up. It is. It is. You think everyone is trying to do something wrong to you. The first time that you think about investing in something, the first thing you think is it a scam? Is it this? The first thing that happens is your mind goes into a negative reaction. That means that your auto-suggestion aspect of your mind is fucked. Your mind should be first thinking, what could this possibly give me if I invest? What could this possibly do? Like, your mind should always be thinking about the best case scenario, but you didn't program your mind to think like that. You programmed your mind to think the worst case scenario so you can be able to feel safe in any situation, because as long as you know the worst case scenario, if you get a little bit less than that, you're okay with it. So that means that you have literally accepted always getting a bad hand. But the thing about it is that if you don't even think about negativity, it can't enter your realm. Even Drake put this in his lyrics. I don't let negativity in my inner matrix. All these rich people understand this shit, but you don't understand it. What do you think is the difference? You looking at people who not as talented as you, but have more than you. And the reason why is because they think different than you. They have the mentality of thinking that they deserve success while you're over here questioning if you should even have a sliver of it when you're over fucking qualified. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I just feel like when I saw myself going downhill, it was because I stopped doing the shit that worked. I stopped reading the books. Like, some of y'all may think that this shit don't work or you're too big to be reading certain books. Okay, stay your ass exactly where you are. But every single multimillionaire that I talk to, they act like a sponge. They act like a student. They act like kids. When you tell them like, oh, I know this and this and that, they're like, okay, bet. What do I need to know? They're willing to write down everything, but then you act like you're too big to take notes. And I'm looking at this guy worth over $100 million, and I texted him today. I said, one day you're gonna put me on a retainer. This man's worth over $100 million. I said, one day you're gonna put me on a retainer, and you're gonna have me helping you, giving you my advice. And he liked it. I said, it will happen. But he's the type of person where he will call me and yeah, he may make 7 figures, but when he talks to me, he's taking notes. Okay, Ori, what should I do? What will help me? What should I do this year? What's gonna da-da-da-da-da? Because these people are always looking to get ahead by learning. They're willing to pay for whatever in order to get ahead. Whereas you're like, well, I don't know if I want to pay for that. Maybe I could just do it myself. Maybe I could just this. Maybe I could just that. And you're willing to trade your time instead of money when you really should be trading your money for time. See, it's the difference of thinking. So I'm going to give everybody an opportunity right now. If you're so serious about creating a change in your life, I need you to DM me sticks. I need into the group mentorship. I need to be in it. I need to be in the group mentorship. I need to be in it. Whatever the fuck I got to do. If I got to pay you $1 a day, bitch, I don't give a fuck. That's the type of energy you gotta have. I don't give a fuck what I have to do. I need to make something shake. I need something to happen. What do I need to do? Who do I need to become? That's really the question you need to ask. Who do I need to become? And I'm gonna ask you one question that's gonna help change your whole perspective. Okay? This is the question. You are better than everybody else, right? You are better than everyone else. How would you act in every moment of your life if you acted as the version of you that is better than everybody else? How would you act if you were the version of you that is better than everybody else? How would you act? That alone could send you in a whole new shift. That alone, that question alone, it's deep, I know. Dominating, confident. You would know exactly like I said, I know what I can do. Confidence. I would act dominating, or would you be dominating? There's a difference. You got to be mindful with your words. Would you act dominating, or would you be dominating? That's the question. We got some people DMing about asking to join a mentorship. Exactly. I'm texting some of y'all back. We got a couple people. Remember, I am only accepting a few people. Okay? I need y'all to understand that. So it's first come, first serve in this bitch. And I'm not here. Let me tell you something right now. I'm not here to hear your excuses. When I ask you, did you read this section? Did you meditate on this? Did you visualize? I don't want to hear, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care about none of your excuses. Because who you trying to be don't give a fuck about your excuses. DM me on TikTok. Again, do not DM me if you're not ready to pay me. Period. Period. Let's finish going. Let's continue, okay? Let's continue. Let's talk about autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is the practice of consciously, it's $280. $280, okay? Autosuggestion, according to Hill, is the practice of consciously repeating affirmations and positive thoughts to influence the subconscious mind. He writes, any idea, plan, or purpose may be placed in the mind through repetition of thought. So if you want something to happen, you have to think about it every day and say it over and over and over again. I'm a multimillionaire. I'm a multimillionaire. I am so happy and so grateful that money is coming to me in increasing quantities from different sources on a consistent basis. Y'all see that? That's how much I listened to that affirmation last night. That's how much I listened. I listened to that affirmation for hours last night. For hours. So when I hit 7 to 8 figures, nobody's going to say it was from luck. I listened to that for hours with my headphones on, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. Let me say it one more time. I'm so happy and so grateful now that I have increasing quantities of money coming to me on a consistent basis through different sources. Period. Period. Can you feel the fire from me? Can you tell that I will not take anything for an answer? I will not take no for an answer. I will not take no for an answer. I will take no for an answer. I will not take no for an answer. Fuck is you talking about? I will not take no for an answer. Now let's talk about something. Let's really talk about something, right? Let me show you something that I want y'all to start watching every day, okay? I want you to listen to this every fucking day. Now listen to me. If you are the type of person where you're like, well, you say you're going to do something, but you don't do it, I want you to understand that you've already created a relationship between yourself where you don't trust yourself. You're not a woman of your word. You're not impeccable with your word. So every time that you tell yourself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, you don't even believe yourself. You know you just yapping. So for the first time, let's not let you down. For the first time, let's not let you down. Okay? So I'm going to show y'all what I've been listening to every day. I'm not going to play it, but Earl Nightingale.
Money. The truth.
This is what I'm listening to every night. Every night. Every fucking night. Right? And then what else? Another book. I'm going to show you the books that I'm reading. I got 2 books that I'm reading for the rest of my fucking life. It is my Bible. Awakened Imagination. Awakened Imagination, Neville Goddard, right? And then the other one is Think and Grow Rich. And on my mystery school, this is what I'm going to be breaking down. Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to give you guys a workbook. Those 2 books are the only 2 fucking books that you need. Somebody said, what's the affirmations? Oh, so if you do want to purchase my affirmation tape, because I have an actual affirmation tape that you can listen to. This book right here, it comes with an audio tape, and I actually will play a little bit of it for you. I will play a little bit for you, actually. You listen to this audio tape every day. You listen to it. See, that's the thing. It's about what you are listening to, what you are studying every day. If you can find an audio or a book or something that puts you in that frequency every day, it's going to change your life. I know it. It is a law. It's a law. I know it's going to change your life. Y'all, let me show y'all something. I just want to show y'all something, okay? Let me show y'all my life. Let me show you my fucking life so you can see that I'm not playing, that my life, it actually happened for me. Hold on. Because I want to show you just how fast, in a year and a half, I manifested this. Okay, so look. A little Wi-Fi tripping a little bit. Okay. Let's go. Okay, let's go to the oldest, right? Let's go to the oldest, right? 5 years ago, talking about how do I manifest, right? Talking about how do I manifest, right? Okay, cool. Let's talk. Let's see. Let's look at the video, right? Let's look at the video. Look at the energy. I'm showing y'all proof how my life changed. Focus on it. So whatever you put your mind on and you really focus on it, it will manifest because of the fact that you're putting energy into it. The whole thing about life is energy. So if you're putting anything energy related, energy into music, energy into this. Exactly, right? Okay, cool. Now let me show you some of the things that I manifested. Let me show you some of the things that I manifested. Let's scroll down. Because I'm going to show you proof. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Let's look at my videos now. Look at the energy. Look at the growth, right? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Hold on. Just wait. I'm going to show you. Stay there, right? All right, so look, a year later, right? Look at a year later.
What's up, everybody?
A year later from that video, right?
Day
look at the difference in energy.
To definitely get closer to your
goals.
Look
at the difference in energy, right? Let's keep going. Do y'all know, a year later from that, I was flying around on private jets. I was at Four Seasons, meditating at the top of Four Seasons. I was getting flown out. I'm about to show y'all everything. I got ambassadors, people rearranging and changing my teeth for free, giving my mom veneers. Like, I manifested all of this. Being able to work with Drake. His name is Super Mario, but the only reason why I call it Drake's producer is because that's how you know what I'm saying? But working with Drake's producer, like, all of these things I manifested. Hold on, let's keep going, because that's nothing. I want to keep showing you. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all. Y'all still here with me? I want to show y'all. Hold on, look where I was living. Look at my view. 2 years later from that video. Hold on. Because I want to show you. Won't let that go. So no matter what they see, they're just going to believe it. Okay, so if you're going to just see what you believe, then how about we look at where I was doing my videos now. Now somebody else is recording me. Change the picture up a little bit and we make it look like what you desire. You know, therefore that reality can come to fruition. This is where I was living at first. Now stay with me now, because I know I'm talking about some event. Only had a 1-bedroom, but this is what I'm telling you. You can constantly see my life progressively get better, all because, and you see how I'm still talking about the same thing throughout the years. I'm still talking about the same thing throughout the years, the same shit. Nothing has changed. Come on, hold on, let's keep going. Wow, this shit lagging, bro. They really hating. It's really hating, huh? They really hating. You're glitching bad. Let's start it over.